This is The Rumor Report with Angela Yee on The Breakfast Club.
So listen up.
Well, Michael Jordan was on NBC's Today Show, and Craig Melvin asked him if he's concerned about the NBA's COVID vaccine protocols. And here is what Michael Jordan had to say in response.
Are you at all concerned about the protocols?
Not at all. I am total in unison with the league, and I think everybody has been speaking about the vaccinations, and I'm a firm believer in science, and I'm gonna stick with that, and hopefully everybody abides by whatever the league sets the rules, and I think that once everybody buys in, we're gonna be fine.
I mean, what would be different from last year? Last year they got through it.
Mm-hmm.
It was traveling. They was playing home games and away games. Like, what would be different then?
Without an audience.
No, they didn't have an audience last year.
They had crowds.
In
They
a
had
bubble?
fans.
Oh.
Last year wasn't the bubble.
Bubbles was 2 years ago.
Yeah, bubble was the season before.
But were they at full capacity?
I don't know if they were full
I think
capacity.
it's some arenas
of them,
they were.
but not all of them.
But not all of them, yeah.
And then I think it also coincides with whatever the restrictions are in the city that you're in, too. So if the city is saying you can't come in here if you're not vaccinated, you have to abide by that.
It was like that last season, though. The vaccine was rolled out last season.
Because I remember at the Barclays, you had to get a COVID test, and then at a certain point in time, you had to be vaccinated.
Yeah, you had to go to some of the
Also.
venues. I think Atlanta, too, you had to have the COVID test before you walk into the arena as well.
Now, was Michael talking about players just now, or was he talking about just overall?
He's talking about players because he's saying whatever the league
Oh, so
says
it's
is
about
what you
players
should
then. Okay.
abide by.
All right, yeah, he's talking about players. Okay, that's different.
All right, now Kim Kardashian, the monologue that she gave on SNL offended Nicole Brown's sister, and Tanya Brown, who is a sister of Nicole Brown, says she thought that they were in poor taste and that Nicole's death should not be portrayed as a joke. Here's what she said.
My father was and still is such an influence and inspiration to me, and I credit him with really opening up my eyes to racial injustice. It's because of him that I met my first black person. Want to take a stab in the dark at who it was? I know it's sort of weird to remember the first black person you met, but OJ does leave a mark. Or several. Or none at all. I still don't know.
Now, Tanya Brown says that these jokes were beyond inappropriate and insensitive, and she's wondering how much the Kardashians actually cared about Nicole because Kris Jenner was one of Nicole's close friends.
Yeah, I wondered, did that hurt more because it's coming from Kim, and the families were close? Because comedians been making O.J. Simpson jokes forever. Everybody been making O.J. Simpson jokes.
It's probably different when you know the person and they supposedly were friends with the person, so she feels like even though she knows Kim didn't write it, she should have pushed back and refused to do that particular joke.
That is one of those things about those jokes, though, and I even realized that with the surviving R. Kelly situation. Like, we all made jokes about R. Kelly, but you don't realize there's actual victims involved. So even when you're making jokes about O.J.,
it offends them, hurts them as well.
Of course, people were killed. So I get it.
Yeah, and I'm sure it's worse when it's somebody you know personally, and you're like, damn, you was at the house, so.
Hurts more, yeah.
All right, now Kanye has put his Wyoming ranch up for sale. The list price is $11 million. He initially purchased this for $14.5 million, and they said it's a 4,500-acre Monster Lake property with 8 lodging units, 2 freshwater lakes, a restaurant, an event center, meeting facilities, and barns for $11 million. Not bad, and I think he has other...
Not bad. He's taking an L. He's losing.
I'm saying not bad if you want to buy it.
Oh.
That's a lot for $11 million. It comes with all that.
So he wants to leave Wyoming now?
I think he also has other properties there. It's one of his ranch properties. So that one is on the market. We don't know if he's leaving and selling everything yet. All right, now former Judge Judy bailiff Petri Hawkins Bird. And he's saying that he's upset because he's not reprising his role in the spinoff series Justice Judy. He said that he told the outlet that he was excluded from the new series, but he caught wind of the new project when she made the announcement in 2020 during an appearance on The Ellen Show. He said, my assumption is if you were going on to do something else, that you were at least going to ask me if I wanted to have the opportunity to audition for the role. They never discussed the new show during their time filming the 25th and final season, so he was on there with her for 25 seasons. He said he didn't have time to think about or ask about Judy Justice because after filming wrapped up, he had to focus on his wife, who's also a veteran show producer who was scheduled to have brain surgery. And he revealed that he did reach out to Judy Shineland, and she told him that he was not being asked to come along on the project. He said, I didn't inquire as to why. That's her choice. But she did inform me that fundamentally I was priced out as a new bailiff on her new show. My salary would have been too much. But he would have liked the opportunity to have accepted a lower salary if possible. Tiger is cooperating with authorities. His ex is saying that he got physical, and she posted some alleged injuries. Cameron Swanson is her name. She came over to his home around 3 a.m. after he told her not to, and she was at his front door shouting at the top of her lungs. According to a source, they said Tiger and other family members in his home felt that she appeared to be under the influence. He let her inside to talk. The yelling continued. They said Cameron claims Tiger put his hands on her during the argument. Afterward, her mother came to pick her up, and then she called the cops to report the alleged incident. So she did also post a video showing these injuries. She said she is standing up for herself, and he is cooperating with authorities right now. So we'll keep you updated on that. All right, Taraji has been talking about launching her music career. She has a new feel-good EP, and she's been working on that, so it's a surprise for people. But as you know, her new season of her Facebook Watch series has just kicked off, and one of the people on there was Megan Thee Stallion. So here's what Megan Thee Stallion had to say about her boo, Pardison Fontaine.
My boyfriend does make me very happy. He definitely takes care of me emotionally. He makes my brain feel good. He makes my heart feel good. Mm-hmm. That's, a big thing for me because I used to be so into the physical, right? But he moves me. He inspires me. We just feel like a real team.
Dope.
Okay.
You can watch that entire episode of Peace of Mind with Taraji on Facebook Watch. And that is your Rumor Report.
All right. Shout out to Revolt. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Everybody else, the People's Choice mixes up next. Get your request in. Let's go.